Hi guys, it's Noah. I got back from Wales a few days ago, and I felt kind of directionless in this case, because I'm done with interviews now. Like, there's no one. Who else do I interview? There's no one else really that I can get. But what Liz was saying really nagged in my mind. Like, I knew there was something there, but I just couldn't remember. And then just tonight, I found these. These are the notes on the case that Liz was talking about. The weird thing is, I remember being obsessed with this case, you know, because I've always been obsessed with, like, you know, mysteries and, you know, mysterious things and disappearances and murders and stuff like that, but I didn't remember it. I had completely forgotten, you know, and that's why I wanted to find Claire, because, you know, of my, you know, sort of curiousness and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, let's read through. I read through these briefly, but so yeah, the Simon Foster case. That's what I called it. There was no official name for it. That was the guy's name who disappeared, Simon Foster. I think he lived in. I think I remember. He lived in Belfast, not too far away from here. So yeah, Simon Foster, born in 1966. He was 46 when he disappeared. Or at least he should have been 46, 47, depending. His wife, Emily Foster, and they had 2 kids, and Louise was actually married. I can't find much on Andrew. He's not very important to the story. Basically what happened is he was walking with his 2 children, Tyler and Louise, and then apparently, according to them, he just ran off, like, for no reason. I'm not entirely sure on his insanity, because I think I remember his wife, the only interview they ever got with her, she was very secretive, but the only interview they ever got with her, she mentioned he was a bit of a conspiracy theorist, so maybe he wasn't, you know, great mentally, but he, 3 months, almost exactly 3 months after he disappeared, he was found in Colin Glen Forest Park. This is in Belfast. And here's the bit that gets me, you know? His left eye was missing and he had burn marks all over his body. Apparently one was in the shape of a hand. I don't know whether it was like a hand mark or a... I don't know, like it just so happened to be in the shape of a hand, like a coincidence, but I don't know how that could have happened. And I can't find a grave. I can't find where he was buried. I remember there being a funeral, but within the next year, his 2 children disappeared in a similar fashion. I didn't write down anything other than that, because I didn't think I'd forget all this. So yeah, I guess I wrote down all the similarities here. They all disappeared for 3 months before being found. All had burn marks. All were found in wooded areas. Tyler and Louise both became extremely introverted in the months after their father's death, and before they disappeared, obviously. So these are all the days that they disappeared. So yeah, the really odd thing is they were all found almost exactly 3 months after they were filed missing. So I must have wrote a note for myself here. Keep following Melanie Selena. I don't know. It's a Spanish name. Blog on the case. I couldn't find the blog. I don't know whether she deleted it or not. But I asked my mom, and apparently she was a reporter for the news. She must have been working on this case and obviously had a blog on it. So here's the next page. It was an update from about, you know, that was in July 2013. So, you know, update, you know. And at the beginning of the year, about a month after Louise's body was found. Well, see, here's the thing. At the beginning of the year, just after Louise had vanished, so that must have been a mistake on my part. Because I remember that they all disappeared for 3 months. I don't know. You know, I'm really bad with that. Sometimes I'll think one thing and then write another. Melanie said on her blog she was quitting the investigation and quit her job as a reporter. So yes, she was a reporter. On the 26th of April, and her sister filed a missing persons report. Yesterday her body was found in the same fashion as the others. Again, still 3 months, because July is 3 months after April. It's all really weird. Because there was a pattern with the other ones, but like, why would a killer target Melanie? I can't find anything on this case online. It's the weird thing, like it just seemed to have vanished. Yeah, so I think obviously my running theory was that the serial killer that was targeting the family, and then that doesn't explain why Melanie disappeared. But maybe she found out too much. You know, she was the reporter working on it. Sometimes serial killers make like a system for themselves because they aren't exactly, you know, the most sane of people. So maybe they only allowed themselves to let the bodies be found 3 months after. See, the weird thing is, it wasn't too far away from here, and like they never found him, so, or her, or whoever it was. They all disappeared for, I must have crossed that out, 3 months before being found dead. And then burn marks, can't explain the hand marks. So it was a hand mark and not just in the shape of a hand. That is odd. So the identity of the killer. So I guess my theory must have been Emily Foster, which is a bit stupid to be honest, but she refused to give any interviews, very secretive, but she was probably just trying to keep the family out of it. She'd known whatever, and she was 47 at the time. Here's the odd thing though, she was the only one of the family not murdered. There are theories. I think I remember people saying at the time it's possible there was a third child, but I can't find anything on that. Doesn't really affect anything either. Obviously a serial killer with a system, so yeah, the family may, you know, because there was a pattern, you know, that it murdered the family, but why did Emily get off, and why was Melanie murdered? Here's the curious thing. I asked my parents about this, and I know I was obsessed with this case because I remember. My parents don't remember this, but it was all over the news. And I can't find anything on it online, I can't find any of the old news reports. It's all very strange. Liz did say that her father had to, like, dig up all those cases. Well, no, sorry, that case. Maybe it was covered up, because they could never find out who it was, and they don't want people to worry. But there are some odd similarities to Claire's disappearance. And I shudder to think that this is what happened to her, but I mean, you know, sort of getting a little bit introverted, you know, Claire definitely wasn't well mentally before she disappeared. And it's just been over 2 months since she disappeared now. If she turns up at the start of December, then we'll know. I hope this isn't what happened to her. She was a nice person. She didn't deserve that. But she did get murdered. They were all at random times. Claire disappeared around the start of June. They were all found in wooded areas, which is a bit strange. In those woods that Eve said about. Maybe that was the killer. I don't know. That's stretching a bit. I'll have to ask Daniel and Beth what they think about it. But this is exciting. We shouldn't be too sad about this, because this is exciting. We have, you know, we might be onto something here. I mean, I hope this isn't it, but if it is, then, you know, finding out will be better than just being in limbo forever and never knowing. So we're finally onto something. I think the next stage from here is to ask Daniel and maybe Beth what they think, and then make our next move from there. So I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.